comedian Paul McCartney.
All right. Hello. Thank you for that nice welcome. Hi, everybody. How are we all doing in D.C.? Everybody good? It's so great to be. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Look at this. You guys are terrific. What does it say? Side by side or miles apart. Stand up. Let people see who I'm talking to. There you go. Here, turn right around. What's your name?
Beautiful, sexy. Oh, my bad. I'm not even getting paid.
No, you know what? Screw it. Here,
It's Kim.
you do the show. Your name is Beautiful what?
It's Kim.
Kim. Nice to meet you. And okay, I get it. And you're married?
Yeah.
Come here. Show's over, everybody. You ever been to the State Plaza Hotel?
Oh.
You're going to be tonight. And how do you know these three women?
These are my lovely sisters.
Yeah, and now what is this organization? Yeah, you can all stand up. Look at you guys. You'll like, here. Turn around. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to sit down for an hour and let them do this. So what is this organization?
Sisters. We're sisters.
Oh, you're just sisters? Oh, I thought there was a thing, like, are you doing this just to accentuate your breasts? Be honest.
Not anymore.
Stop being funnier than I am, okay? So you are, so you're just really good friends.
No, we're all sisters.
You're literally sisters. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're all the same color. All right, relax. It's not a racist joke because I'm white, okay? Just relax. So you're all,
Eldest sister,
what is your name?
Alice.
And I'm Charlene.
All right, you know what? Come with me. Give him a hand. I'll follow you. Come with me. Give him a hand, everybody. How are you? Come on, let's go. Hustle. We got stuff to do. Come on, let's go. Come on, what are you working, a union? Move, let's go. Come on, I want everybody to see us. Turn the house lights off. You don't need them up there. Turn those house lights off. Come on. Will you hurry up for God's sake? Man, I can't sleep with you. You're too bossy. All right, give them a hand, everybody. Come on over. You're gonna get on. I'm gonna get right in the middle of you. So, let's go down the line. Your name, first name again is
Charlene.
Alice.
Alice,
I'm Cynthia.
and you're Kim.
Correct.
I got it.
Yes.
And so you're the eldest. How old are you?
Really? In 2 weeks.
Great. What did you say? Yeah, absolutely. Early birthday. How have I lost control of the show in... Literally, I've been up here 4 minutes, and it's like, happy birthday, moron. Happy birthday. Go ahead.
I'll have the purse open when we're at the exit. And just donations accepted.
So you all grew up in D.C. or the D.C. area?
No, South Carolina.
Why would you... And you're living here now, or you're visiting?
We're visiting.
And what are those papers, and why do you have a pen?
We're on a sister trip.
You're on a sister trip from North Carolina, South Carolina.
South Carolina, correct. We're on a sister trip from South Carolina. And, Alice actually moved North Carolina.
You are the eldest. You never shut the fuck up. I'm what?
You're right.
You have one more minute.
I do. And then it's so now you came up from South Carolina and North Carolina, and this is just, is it for your birthday, to celebrate your birthday?
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable. That's nice. Now, what's the age difference? How old are you? Are you the youngest? Yeah, how old are you?
I'm younger than her and all of them. That's all that matters.
Look at me. No. How old are you? I will talk to you all night. You're 52. Sure. And how old are you?
I am 61 and so happy and pleased to see it. Hello.
63.
63. So she's the baby. Now, how was she as an elder sister?
How is she as an older sister?
Yeah, how was she growing up? Was she like tough on you?
Not me, them. I'm the youngest.
What would she do? What would she do to you as an older sister?
Oh, she whipped my behind whenever I needed it. But in return, I didn't need it a whole lot. But, you know, to God be the glory. I love my sisters.
So now, what would you do? Like, there you go. Wow, this is. She just went whatever. You're a nasty human being. I love you. And so, and was she tough on you? But she took care of you. She was like a mom to you in a way.
Sort of, yeah.
You look like you're trouble. Come on, am I right? Come on, let's have sex. Come on.
Bunch. I'm the sweetest one in the bunch.
Tell me one thing she did growing up that was like crazy.
She's still doing it.
What is she?
Crazy.
And you're married.
Yes, I am.
And what did you say?
Looking for a man.
You're looking for a. You, come here. Come on, just come right up. Yeah, all the way up. Come here. There you go. You like young white guys? Get over there. What's your name?
Josh.
And you're single?
No.
Stand that way so people can. No. Stand right. Make a line right here so they all can see your face. You're not single.
No.
You're married.
Girlfriend.
You got a girlfriend. Where is she?
On a plane right now.
Perfect. Get in on that. How old are you?
25.
Oh my God. Think of the things that you could teach him.
I know I can.
What are you looking for in a man?
Someone who has lots and lots of money.
That doesn't look like you. What do you do, by the way? You like computers or something? Like IT?
No, I'm a law student.
Oh, I went to law school. I went to law school here in D.C. Yeah, this is where you end up. Having 4 sisters kick the shit out of you on stage. Where are you in law school?
University of New Hampshire.
Yeah, okay. And what year are you going? So you're in your 3rd year, going into your 3rd year?
Rising 3-0. Yeah.
And what are you gonna specialize in?
Patent law.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you have an orgasm? What was that? That was weird. I never had that noise come out of a thing. Do you know? Do you work with patent lawyers?
No, I don't work with any patent lawyers. Yeah, I am. Okay. Take over your show.
I think you're kind of attracted to me a little bit. Am I right? You smell good, by the way. What are you wearing?
Thank you. I am wearing some Illuminous by Mary Kay.
Oh, you knew that right off the top of your head. And so what is your husband getting you for your birthday?
My who?
Aren't you married?
No.
Oh, I thought you were married. You're single.
That's what you get for thinking.
What's that? Say that again.
I said, you asked for this. We're minding our own business.
You were minding your own business. With your giant whatever, with a blue shirt, taking notes. You were minding your own business. So you're single too, buddy. Come on, huh? You here for 2 nights? So the summer. Oh, and how long are you here for?
We leave in the morning.
I can stay. I'm retired.
Did you work for I feel like you worked for the government and you were in charge of something or somebody.
I'm just in charge of me.
What did you do? How many, did you have kids? You raised kids?
3.
Yeah. And what did you do? How old are your kids?
Old.
They gotta be what? You're 68, so they gotta be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, what?
Really? No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Somebody say, get over here, get your ass over here. I'm not done, we're almost done, come over here. And so you're looking for a guy.
I am.
Have you been dating? What's the hardest thing about dating at this point in your life?
Can the crazies stay at home?
What'd you say?
Can the crazies stay at home? You asked what is hard about dating?
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Yeah, people are out of their minds.
That's my allergy too. I'm allergic to those.
You tried dating and it didn't work out. Maybe it's your fucking attitude. Aha! All right, come on over here. We're going to take a group picture real quick. Yeah, yes, really. Get over here. Here, can you take a picture of us? Here, get your boyfriend, the guy you're sleeping with. Get him over there. Here you go. You take a picture of us. So here. No, I want to get in the middle of this. Here we go. All right, yeah.
You got a wife, don't forget.
Huh? I don't have a wife tonight. All right, give them a hand, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Good luck in school. Give them a hand, everybody. Give them a hand. You turn those house lights off in the back, please. How are we doing down here? Everybody good? I can't hear you. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? You come up. You two. Come on stage. Yeah, you two. You seem interesting. Give him a hand. Yeah. And you two. Yeah, both of you. All four of you. Come on up. Quick. Here we go. Quick. Hey, guys, can we turn those house lights off in the back, please? Thank you. Come on. Keep it going for them, everybody. Keep it going. Come on. We're going to talk. How you doing? What's your name? Mark? Bark. B-A-R-G. Oh, Bark. Nice to meet you. How you doing? And come on over. Yeah, come on over. What's your name? Bark. And you?
Madvi.
Mavi. And you're married? Yes. Yeah. How long have you been married?
32 years.
32 years. Wow. You seem young to be married 32 years.
We got married young.
And how did you meet?
College.
Yeah. Where'd you go to college?
Chemistry 101.
What's that?
UConn.
UConn. Yeah. Oh, I got a place up in Stonington, Connecticut, not far from there. Did you live up in Connecticut?
Yeah.
Where?
East Lyme.
Yeah, I'll come over. Bring my girlfriend. She's gonna hang out. She wants to go to the beach and hang out. So your kids are grown out of the house? Yeah.
Just graduated college last month.
What was the first date? You remember? Here, this is bothering me. What was the first date? Do you remember?
Outside the library, and you read me poems.
Come here. What did you do? Hold her head while she was throwing up? Slide over. What's your name?
I'm Mark.
How are you? And you?
Jocelyn.
And you're a couple, married couple, or oh, you're married, but you're young. You've only been married a few. Like how long?
13 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that. I thought it was. I didn't think 13. Did you think 13? No. And how? What did you say? I love you guys. You're the best. How did you meet?
A friend introduced us. It was a setup. Yeah.
And face that way so they can see your pretty face. Come on over. Come close. And what did you like about him when you first met him?
Not much.
This is gonna be awesome. Why? What happened? What was the thing? Was he kind of like?
Do you really want to know?
No, I don't want to know. I'm doing this for my health. Yeah, of course.
Well, the first thing I said to her was because it was a crowded bar.
So are you in like college at this point?
Yeah, no, just after. She was in med school. I was in college, or just after college.
What kind of doctor are you?
I quit medical school, actually. I'm not a doctor.
All right. What are you doing now?
I stay at home.
Kids?
I don't.
She's cheating on you. But anyway, no. So, and how long ago did you quit med school? A while ago?
Yeah, years ago. Yeah.
So you just hang out at home?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. You live down here?
Yeah, we just moved here.
Yeah, from where?
Malaysia.
Wow. This is why I do this. Because everybody has a story, and you're like, do I have jokes? Yes, I have jokes. We'll get to them. But I think it's interesting to talk to people because everybody has a story. And in fact, I think what we did was we created a show, a Broadway show called Permission to Speak, directed by Frank Oz, that we're now taking out around the country. And the premise of the show is we're nameless and faceless and divisive and disconnected, but if we get together in a room and we share stories, we realize we're all in this boat together and we have more in common than we think. and maybe we're not so at each other's throat. And that's why I talk to people, because I think everybody's interesting. If you're over the age of 5, you got a story. So you understand what this is. Come over. So you're in a bar, and did you immediately know you guys were going to get married?
He did.
So you needed a little convincing.
Well, he was following me for months.
Following you for months, aka stalking. And in what way would you follow her? What would you do? What was your technique?
I had spies and friends.
Okay, you're really creepy. So you had other friends, you were both in the same school in the same year, and you had friends that would say, oh, I saw her at the bar with so-and-so, or she was over here with whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Tell me exactly what it was like.
I knew when I saw her, it was love at first sight. And so it's...
And what way to show that than to stalk the shit out of her? And did you know that was happening?
I did not until afterwards. Yeah.
How long did this go on until you figured out, like several months?
Several months, maybe 6 months or so.
And you decided?
We had to keep it secret from our parents for 4 years. Yeah, so...
I'll handle this. Why? Because in your culture that was it supposed to be arranged?
We weren't supposed to be dating even.
You're Indian, you're yeah. Okay. So you were supposed to be arranged, and it was
not me. Yeah. My parents were a little more open-minded.
Oh, so you're loose. All right, and no, and your parents. So now I don't understand. This is why I do this, because I learn stuff, right? So I know your culture a little bit. So your parents are considered conservative or orthodox? What's the term versus your parents versus hers, who are a little bit more liberal about things?
Conservative,
okay.
yeah.
They wanted to fix you up with somebody.
Yeah.
Did you know who they wanted to fix you up?
Yeah, we did a...
You had her killed? What was that? I mean, why not? The guy's stalking people. It's like, yeah, I know who she was. I called the guy. We put her on a cruise and she slipped and fell off board. So explain to me how that works, right? So at what age does this arrange? I'll be back to you in a minute. Maybe you could spend the time looking for a fucking job. This is like the best gig ever. And good for you if you can do it. So you're very good sport, by the way. I know this isn't easy, but this is interesting to me. So whatever, and then we'll see what happens, and this will go where it'll go, and who knows, right? But so the thing is, are you like 20, 22, 24? How old are you when you're supposed to be arranged in a marriage, generally?
After college.
Yeah. You went like, this with your eyes, meaning like that's an issue, right? So like you have no, like the minute you're ready, the 22, you got to go.
No, not that way. Our parents were reasonable.
And then you told your parents 4 years later that you married somebody.
No. Yeah, I was seeing someone, and they were shocked.
For 4 years? How did you keep that from? Where were they living?
They're living in East Lyme, Connecticut. And
you were living in. How do you keep? I can feel your questions. How do you keep that up? How do you for 4 years? How do you hide?
We didn't really see each other much after campus, so we were seeing each other during school, but summertime was.
Oh. So what would you do like when you get horny? What would you do? No, we're adults. I'm not trying to be like. What do? You have urges.
No comment.
So what happened now? Why didn't you like him initially?
So he was already at this birthday party at a crowded bar, and I came in and I had just kind of gotten out of a relationship, and I knew she was trying to send
With a guy from East Lyme? Yeah, go ahead.
And so I knew who he was just from photos, and he came up to me and
Wait, what photos? What are you talking about?
photos my friend had showed me of this dude, right? And so
I say you're the 4 creepiest people I've ever met in my life. We sat in my mother's basement, we looked at photos, and I picked him out of a lineup. Okay, so you saw some photos, but you hadn't met him yet.
No. So I came in, and everybody already had seats, and there was nowhere to sit, and he looked up at me and he said, well, you can either have my seat or sit on my lap.
We've literally lost the room right now. Everybody in this theater hates your guts. You really thought that line was going to work?
I had no idea.
Had you ever had a girl before that?
That was no. Yes, I had.
And you obviously were repulsed by that. You didn't sit on his lap.
I didn't. I actually went home with someone else that night.
Lazy and slutty, everybody. How about that? And then just to wrap this up, how did you end up getting together finally?
She gave me like a third chance, and we went on an actual.
I know. What happened the second time? Hey, come on over here. I'm naked. You want to rub me? I got oils all over my body. What was that line that you used to screw that up?
No.
What happened the second time?
It was a drunken phone call, I guess. Oh no, that's right. Yes, there was a female interest that came back into town.
He skipped our date.
And I skipped.
Yeah.
Line up here if you want to kick this guy's ass. So you were dating her, and then this other girl that you used to date.
An ex.
No, but you were dating her at the time.
We hadn't even.
Are you throwing up in your mouth a little bit? What's happening right now? You kind of started dating, and then she showed up.
I can't help it when an ex shows up on my front door.
I think that's a guy applauding that. It sounds like man hands. That doesn't sound like a woman. Go ahead.
She's from out of town. She had nowhere to stay. I was being nice.
Do you believe this? And did you guys sleep together?
In the same bed.
I will punch you right in the face. I swear to God. And then how long did that go on? Just to wrap this up, and then you get together as a couple.
Well, it was the third chance, so it was a few weeks later.
You gave him another chance.
We went on an official date that time, yes, and it went well.
But you knew that an ex had come into town. That didn't bother you? Is that right? No, he's a nice guy.
My friend vouched for him, so. It's worked 13 years.
I feel like you guys fight a lot, but you don't fight over silly things. No? Well, you seem like a very fun couple. You don't have kids?
No.
You're going to have kids at some point, maybe? No? Good. Good for you. Did you get snipped?
No.
All right. Maybe you should. All right, come on over here. We're going to take a picture. We'll do like a little selfie thing. Everybody get together. Give him a hand, everybody. Come on. There we go. You in on that? Thank you very much. You guys are good sports. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Give me a hand. Thanks, brother. That was awesome. Come on now. Come on now. How are we doing up there? Everybody good? I can't hear you. How are we doing up there? Everybody good? There we go. How you doing? Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi, how's it going? Stand up for a second. You you're the one that clapped? What's up, buddy? How are you? Stand up. Yeah, you can turn the house lights for just 1 second. What's your name?
Peter.
Peter. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. You look like you own like a car dealership.
I do not.
Does he? No? No. You have good hair.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you.
And you, this is your wife?
Yes.
What's your name? Renee. Stand up. Nice to meet you. And what do you do?
We're both lawyers.
Oh.
Yes, Washington. Sorry.
What kind of lawyer?
I'm a stay-at-home mom kind of lawyer.
You guys should hang out. You could sit around and talk about shit you don't do all day. And what kind of lawyer do you?
I work for the government.
Oh, okay. What part of the government? See, when they're vague like this, he works in a really shitty part of the government. What do you do?
It's vague on purpose. Yeah.
CIA?
I can't say.
FBI?
I can't say.
I will bring those 4 sisters over here to beat it out of you. You girls ready? You ready to kick some lawyer ass over there? I'll get the eldest one over here. She will screw. So do you work for the do you work for the DOJ?
I'd rather not say.
Are you homeless? Just say you're homeless.
In fact, yes, that's right. I did.
Where'd you guys grow up?
San Diego.
And
My niece lives there.
Baltimore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be in Annapolis with my Broadway show. Yeah, the Maryland House. You got to come.
Yeah.
November 23rd.
I'll be there.
Write it in your secret book. All right.
It's a will call.
What's that? Nice to meet you. Give him a hand, everybody. Give him a hand. How are we doing over here? How are you, sir? Nice to meet you. What's your name?
John.
Don? John. And this your wife? Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Aida.
Ida? I love your hair. You're like a human poodle. It's so cute. It's so like what I... You have a cute couple. How long you been married?
May 28th,
No, but how many years?
just this year.
Say that. What's your name?
Valator. Or Miss.
You invited the sisters.
I met them on the street last night after I left here, and I told them.
This is why I do this. Because you don't know how people live their lives, and you have a woman in an electric wheelchair just picking women up and telling them to go to shows. And then a woman who looks like a poodle just got married. It's amazing. How did you meet them on the street? Where were you?
I was rolling from here.
You were rolling. That's what you call it? That's awesome. How fast is this thing going? I want to ride.
The speed needs to be adjusted because it's only 3.5 and I want 5.6. So I'm waiting for the part to come in to adjust the speed.
Okay, back up. The 4.5 is like the wattage, or how it can go 4.5 miles an hour.
Yes.
You want to get to 5.6.
It's only 3.5 now, and I want 5.6, which I had before.
So and why do you want to get to 5.6? You're in a hurry.
I like to roll fast.
Hey, she's out. You're out. She's in. She's gonna roll around my hotel room at 3.5. So you met them on the street where?
Well, I was rolling past their hotel last night, going to the train, and I said, "Are you all visiting?" And they said, "Yeah." And that one said she's looking for a man. And so I said, I don't know if you really want a man from D.C., but I said, "Do you know about the Kennedy Center?" And they said, "No." And I said, "Well, it's right back there." So they have a free show at the Millennium Stage from 6 to 7.
You didn't need to say 3. You didn't need to say that. You can't just say there's a really funny guy coming. No, go ahead. They have a free show.
I told them there was a comedian tonight, and I gave them the information, and here they are.
You guys made a connection. It's exactly what I'm talking about. And now we all made this connection together.
A connection with them.
That's so nice of you. And can I ask, what is your, why do you have to be in a wheelchair? What's going on?
2000, they discovered a tumor wrapped around my spinal cord. Had several surgeries. The best, supposedly, surgeon and second best in the country at Johns Hopkins tried to remove fluid from my spinal cord, and they got a little too aggressive. And 2015, I lost the ability to walk, so I'm paralyzed from waist down.
All right, well, sorry to hear that. But you're here, and you got a badass set of wheels.
Yes, absolutely.
And you do everything you want to do, right? We're going to talk some more. You're awesome. And did you come alone, or did you come with anybody?
I came with Zeb and Susan.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you. You got to go out with the sisters later, because one of them's going to get arrested, I swear to God. So real quick, and then I'll move on. How did you guys meet? Did I wake you? Is everything all right?
We play poker together.
Was it strip poker, or?
It's a church group.
So that would be yes. Do you mind me asking how old you guys are?
I'm 75.
Not saying.
All right. That's so great that you found each other like at this stage of your life. That's awesome. You were both go to church and you met each other and you're hanging out and you started playing poker, and then you thought, let me ask her on a date, but then an ex came into town and didn't have anywhere to stay. So you slept with the ex one night, and then you went back to her and gave her a third chance, and you said, hey, you want to sit on my lap? And you said, did you get a sense that he liked you, or did you get a sense that you, like, were there sparks?
We're both over 70. We have no sense of anything.
She said, we're both over 70. We have no sense of anything. So you just were like, you have some companionship, right?
Yeah, and other stuff.
Right. And then you started dating? And then did you live together?
No.
Yeah. Your parents would have been pissed, am I right? Nice to meet you. Give him a hand, everybody. Give him a hand. You can turn those house lights down, please. Yeah, I mean, I can't not talk to me. It's really weird for me to come up and just start launching the jokes because I get like the thing. And then I have to write stuff down because I can't have an order, so I write stuff down so that I can remember what to do. And the red means it's important and that I do it, so I write it down and then I remember. Oh yeah, here. I'm a big fan of Vin Diesel. Because whenever he's in a movie, I know I don't have to watch it. Thank you, buddy. You hate him too. I'm impatient. I buy dead goldfish because I hate to wait. I think the lazy eye gets a bad rap. What if that eye's not lazy? What if the other eye's an overachiever? Whoever that guy is, you're coming on the road with me. You know what annoys me? Relatives. Like, you love your sisters, you love your cousins, whatever, but they, like my sister-in-law, every birthday that I have, you know what she buys me? She buys me a lottery ticket. A $2 lottery ticket. Yes! Nothing says I care about you less than a 1 in 400 million chance of getting a gift. Right? And then, to add insult to injury, she puts it in a greeting card. The greeting card was $8. Don't choke. Go to my cousin's house. The guy's loaded. He's a doctor, he lives on a pond, he's got like 2 Mercedes, he's got a boat, right? He's got 5 bedrooms, right? My wife and I, we go up, we live in New York now, we grew up in Rhode Island and Providence, and from Providence? Yeah, we're in Providence. Yeah, I grew up on Charles Street. My sister went to Mount Pleasant High School, and I used to make out with my wife in Mount Pleasant High School parking lot. Yeah, we went to high school together, my wife Carol and I. We did. We dated 15 years before we got married. She proposed, finally. I can't tell you her exact words because I get really emotional, but they ended with, or get off the pot! Completely opposites. I believe in stereotypes. We're going to talk about this in a minute. We're being trained in the politically correct world we live in to pretend that there are no stereotypes, but there are, and that's good, because we shouldn't all be the same. I'm 100% Italian, I get animated, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of yelling. My wife is a WASP, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, Potter. They came over on the Mayflower. They're very even. Protestants, they don't emote. They drink martinis and get divorced. That's what they do. Italians, black people, same thing. Just yell it out. Like, you're gonna pass the meatballs. What did you mean by that? Like, it just, you don't hold anything back. It's the same thing. That's why I think we would be great as a couple. She's actually doing this with her. I put powder all over my body just so you're not freaked out. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So like my wife and I balance each other out, and that's why it works, because we both fulfill roles for each other things we can't do. Like, I'm not good at like patience. I'm not good at like this, and then we do this. I'm like all right. I multitask constantly, even in bed. My idea of romantic evening is making love to my wife while I'm on the phone with my broker, eating Chinese food, watching a football game, and having a satellite dish installed. 1,000 chairs sounds good. That tastes good, honey. That's so good. Right there's good. It's good! And we have this one argument, and it taps into what makes us work, right? So I'm in the refrigerator with the door open, and she's in the living room. And I'm like, Carol, where are the pickles? She's like, you know where they are. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. They're in the refrigerator. I know that. They're pickles. Where? You know where they are. No, I don't. They're on the shelf. I know. Pickles go on the shelf. Where? Then this is the line. This is the line where she says it, and you think, for a brief minute, I could knock her out and drive her to the river, and nobody will know. I don't see them. Are you looking? This is funny, lady. I will hit you. I swear to God. Then this next line, you need a team of psychiatrists to decipher this next line. Yeah, I'm looking. Are you looking or just looking? I don't know, I'm looking. You never look for things. You're like a child. You have to look. I'm not going to look for you. And then. She gets this really condescending tone in her voice, like she's a control tower talking on the plane, and I'm mentally challenged. It's like, all right, do you see the bread? Yes, I see the bread. Okay. Well, if you look, you'll notice the pickles are right behind the bread. I don't see them. Then here comes the next line, and the judge hears this, and he goes, justifiable homicide. Did you move the bread? Yeah, did you move the bread or just move the bread? I moved the bread. Would you move it like 2 inches? You're like a child. You have to move things. All right, I moved the bread. And what do you see? Nothing. Exactly, Paul, because you forgot to buy pickles on the way home last night. I have no patience for people anymore either. They just drive me crazy. I can't make chit-chat anymore. I don't have it in me. We live in a building, apartment building, elevator. We live on the 11th floor. This is how bad it has become for me. If you poisoned me, and I had to get to the 11th floor to get the antidote, and I got on the elevator alone, and then somebody walked on the elevator to go up with me, I would rather walk off the elevator and die in the lobby. I can't do the chit-chat anymore. And I try not to pass this on to my kid, because, you know, you're a parent and you want to be a good... Oh, by the way, can I show you what my son gave me for good luck for the show? This is kind of huge, because this is... I was, you know, getting on the plane to come down here, and he's like, Daddy, good luck. And he, I don't know if you can see that, he gave me his favorite dinosaur. Yeah. He's 15, but... Oh, my God. Now, this is the part, you know, where you're supposed to say... and by the way, when my wife and I were having Alex, his name, and our only child, and she was pregnant with him, you notice people get into your business, they kind of want to know stuff that you're going to do, like when it's not really, and they push you. Like we were at a party, my wife was like 7, 8 months pregnant, she was showing a lot, and someone said, well, do you, you know the sex of the baby? And we're like, no. And they're like, what? And we go, yeah, why? Well, we want to be surprised. We want it's the natural God's surprise. Oh, you got to know the sex of the baby. Wait, why? She goes, well, and then woman just freaks out. She's like right in our face. Like, you got to get the room ready. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, you got to get things ready. Everything's got to be ready. You got to get the room. You got to know it's got to be the room, the baby's room. It's got to be pink if it's a girl and blue if it's a boy. The room, the baby's room, the room. We live in a studio apartment. The room's ready. You want to see the baby's room? We're in the baby's room now. Now, this is the part in polite society where you're supposed to say, having a kid, best thing that ever happened to me. Not so much. I mean, you love your kid, but there are some days you wish he'd walk into the woods and never come back. Thank you. You're doubled over. That's a parent. Well, no, because if you realize, what you realize very quickly is there is no time for you anymore. Even your time off isn't your time off, right? I mean, you have kids? Yeah. You got what, 3 kids? Yeah. You have kids? You have 2 kids. How you have 3 kids? What age range? 16, 19, 22. Wow. You had 3. You're an idiot. Why'd you do that? So you're almost out of the woods, though. 16, you're out of the woods. Right? Yeah. You one of them living at home still? They're not. Oh, not all 3 aren't. Oh, where's the 16-year-old? Okay, you guys don't even know the age of your kids. I thought he said he had a 16. Ma'am, he has a 16-year-old with another woman. Oh, you had a baby. Oh, you had the baby when you were 16. Oh, you were a 16-year-old young man and you became a father. Oh! Go on. Did you have the child with her or another woman? All right, that's okay. And you raised the kid. You're a good father. Good for you. 16 years old. A lot of people wouldn't, whatever. Good for you. That's great. Good relationship with the kid and everything? Good. That's good. What's your name? I thought I was talking to him, but apparently not. So you're Maria, and you had a baby too. Okay, and so you have a child together, and then you have the other two. I kind of have a headache right now. He had two kids with another person. I was just making chit chat about kids, but that's okay. So it's all working out. You're a blended family, and you're all like hanging out. And everybody gets along. Yeah, you seem very nice. You seem quiet, and you seem like you're a little more outgoing, Maria. Would you take turns? Yeah, you seem afraid of her. He's going like this. Help me. 3 is amazing. Like just one. I was saying, there's no time to yourself. So my son Alex had a baseball tournament. 3 days down in Florida. And my wife's like, you should go father-son bonding weekend. And I went. And at the end of the weekend, it hit me. I don't really care for the kid. Because every minute of the day, it's their stuff. You don't have any time for yourself, especially with 3 kids, right? You all know, right? Like, okay, first of all, you put a kid in a hotel on the road and there's a pool, what happens? He's in the pool, he's in the pool, he's out of the pool, he's in the pool, he's out of the pool. Make a decision and stick with it. Then he wants a grilled cheese sandwich, okay? It's $16.99 for a grilled cheese sandwich with a shriveled up pickle and no french fries because hotels screw you, right? Then they burn one little corner of the grilled cheese sandwich, and the little pussy can't eat it, right? So then you gotta get another grilled cheese sandwich, right? I'm $34. $34 in the bread and cheese, I got nothing to show for it. It's my Saturday night too. I wanted to go to a strip club, and he starts complaining. Daddy, the lady on the pole scares me. This Jack Daniels is burning my throat. You call that weed? I don't need to take that. And it's a lot of stress. I think there's a lot of stress growing up now. Like, and by the way, I can be negative. I know I'm a comedian and I look like, oh, you're always happy. No, my wife will tell you, I'm glass half full. I'm that guy. I'm always looking at the worst case scenario. Maybe because I'm trained as a lawyer and, whatever. No, that's how you train. If you're a good lawyer or whatever illegal shit that guy's doing. Are you even here, or are you a hologram of yourself? I so want to keep talking to you to find out. I'm just going to follow you home with the 4 sisters. And then we're going to roll over you with that wheelchair. I'll have her do a skit on your groin. I swear to God, she'll do a whole shot right there. So, yeah, I went to Georgetown, and I ended up in New York, and I did corporate law, and then I started writing jokes as a hobby. And I met Jay Leno at a private function, and I gave him some jokes I had written, and I just handed him my jokes, and he was like, okay. Yeah, he really does talk like that. And then a couple of days later, my phone rang, true story, and then the line is, it's Jay Leno, is Paul there? And I thought there's no way Jay Leno was calling me, so I thought it was my friend pulling a prank, David. So I go, yeah, really funny, David. He goes, nah, really, it's Jay Leno. And I go, David, I don't have time. I'm in the middle of a transaction. He goes, nah, it's Jay Leno. I go, David, stop. He goes, it's Jay Leno. And I actually said to Jay Leno, you do a lousy Jay Leno. And it's not that I really like comedy. It was just that law was soul-crushing. And no, I actually didn't hate it. This thing just pulled me more in that direction. And then Leno did one of my jokes on The Tonight Show, and then he hired me to start writing jokes for him, and that's kind of how it all started. And then it was just like crazy. And then I was doing M&A law. I was doing merger and acquisitions. Oh, thank you. Thanks. And I was doing merger and acquisitions, And like, when you try to explain to people that don't do that what it is, it's like you put companies together. So it's like when you eat, you have a steak and you have a salad, like that's the acquisition. And then you eat that, and then a couple of days later, you take a really huge shit. That's the merger. I was the colon. It all went through me. And when you tell people that you did an M&A law, especially, and one guy said, because that's considered the worst, because like you merge companies, you put people out of a job. And so one guy goes to me, oh, you guys are evil, you M&A lawyers, you're evil, you kill kittens. I'm like, we would outsource that. And so I understand, like, there can be stress, right? But I think it's technology that's causing the stress, because we've gotten to a point where we can know so much about ourselves through technology, like the Apple Watch, right? You can do anything with an Apple Watch. My son got an Apple Watch, and he was setting it before he was going to bed. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm setting it for my sleep. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, you can set it so it monitors your sleep and gives you a report at the end of the night when you get up in the morning. So I tried it. I didn't sleep a wink. I was worried I was going to fail the damn test the whole night. Can you please come on the road with me, sir? Wherever you are, please, I will, whatever you want. I'll get you hookers, cocaine. Please, leave your wife. If you're not married, I'll find you a sister. I don't know, whatever you need. The world makes you crazy. Amazon threatened my wife and I. We're returning, they sent us an email that we're returning too much stuff. I'm not making this up. Because I'll order, like, I'm an 11 and a half, because I have, like, orthotics, okay? So, like, I'm not sure sometimes. It depends on the thing. So I get, and then, like, and so I go, my wife said, they threatened us. I go, what do you mean? They said, if you keep returning stuff, you can't shop on Amazon anymore. What are you, the mafia? Hey, Mr. and Ms. Mecurio, it's a very nice house you have. It would be a shame if you were going to have to go to a store to start buying your shoes and weren't able to receive packages to your lovely home. You know what I mean? And I meant it about stereotypes, by the way. Everybody's got us nuts about, like, be careful what you say. And I believe in political correctness, but I think we got to, like, land somewhere in the middle on this, right? I think we're at each other's throat. Yeah, I got to believe in everything you believe in over here. If I don't, I'm the devil to you. Everything you believe. Like, can we just sort of, like, just everybody relax a little bit, right? Like, I'm 100% Italian, and stereotypes apply to me. And you can make those stereotypes, and I'm okay with that. I'm 100% Italian. You want to know how Italian I am? My Uncle Archie, growing up, had a meat slicer in his basement, okay? And he was a barber. He wasn't a meat guy. Because it's got to be fresh. It's got to be fresh. He would have and I know black people the same thing, like the food, it's about the food. The Jews are the same way, it's like a food, a thing. Right? And so he'd have loaves of, like, bologna and salami, and then he'd have loaves of mortadella. That's how the Italians say it. You know what that is? It's bologna with hunks of fat. I'm going to say that again because only 3 of you reacted to that. It's bologna with hunks of fat. So somebody stood there one day and said, hey, Giuseppe, this bologna is very nice, but what could we add to it that would give an instant heart attack to anybody that ate it? So that stereotypes apply, okay? That stereotypes apply. We're Italian. But there's another stereotype about Italians and ethnic lower or middle class people, which is plastic on the furniture, okay? Right? Again, it's blacks, Hispanic. I don't know, you look Hispanic. Are you Hispanic? What is that, like just your penis? What does that mean? What nationality are you? What nationality are you? What's that, El Salvador? Oh yeah, okay. I like the way you said it, El Salvador. Now I know why you got somebody pregnant at 16. Just the way you said your country, El Salvador. Okay, I'll have sex with you. And my cousin's named Maria, by the way. But no, the plastic on the furniture part is a big thing, especially in Italian culture. It didn't exist in our house, okay? Our house was a pigsty growing up because we had a furniture store that my mother started that we all had to work in, so it was all about the store. Our house was a pigsty. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the plastic on the furniture, there's that one room that you go in that has really expensive furniture, and you don't want to ruin it. So they put plastic on the furniture to protect it. And so, yeah, and so when you sit in it, within about 3 minutes, you're sitting in a pool of your own sweat. Yeah. And in that same room, there's a picture of the Pope, Jesus, and Frank Sinatra. And the Frank Sinatra picture is 3 times the size of the Pope in the Jesus picture. Our house was a pigsty. This is how bad our house was. True story. Someone broke into the house one day and they took the stereo. They were in and they were out. They didn't touch another thing in the house, okay? A cop comes over to take a police report, stands in the middle of the living room, and he goes, "Oh my God. This animal really ransacked the place." I'm like, "Yeah, he was crazy. He left mortadella out all day. He threw a bra on the lampshade." Oh, I wasn't gonna do this. That reminded me. I had to take my 96-year-old mother to buy underwear. Yes, she's 96. She will not go down. We try everything. You trip her, she bounces back up like a little Italian weeble. So she's fine, okay, but my sister was away and she needed underwear. So I take her to Target. And my mother's got bad hearing. She's got one whistling hearing in it. It whistles all the time. And I don't want to do this, so reluctantly, I go into Target, and we're going through Target, and saying, and we get to the older woman's lingerie department underwear, and it was like freaking me out. It was just like contraptions that I had never seen. They were like torture. I don't know what's happening to these. They were long, and you could put like a series of melons in them. I don't know, right? And my mother's got cataracts in one eye, so she can't see well. So she makes a beeline for the first counter she sees, and she goes like this, and she turns, and she goes to me, "I think I found something," and she's holding a thong. I like, "Put that down. Put that down right now." So now, over in this corner on a low rack, clearly that nobody's ever touched, is like a rack of like brown beige underwear. It's literally got cobwebs on it and dust. And they're like square beige underwear. It's what the Italians call mudandi underwear, right? And they're just square beige. And there's like a whole rack of them. And there's like the sizes are 1X, 2X, 3X, 4. So I'm like, I don't know what size my mother is. So I grab like one of them and I'm holding it up, and my mother's that way and her back is facing me. So now, like, I'm checking out my mother's ass. I know. And I'm like, oh, I can't deal. So I just go, all right, this looks fine. And I go, Ma, let's go. And then I stop. And I go, here, just see what this, and then she holds it this way. And I'm like, I'm not even looking at that, okay? So then I go, okay, we're leaving to go cash out. And I go, wait, let me see, because it was on a short hanger like this, but it said 2X. So I unclipped the hanger. It had been folded 4 times. It was like a sail for a schooner. It was like this big. And my mother's like, oh, I think I only need one of those. I go, no! I turned into the parent. We're going to buy the whole goddamn rack. I am never going through this again. But you gotta take care of your mother. What are you gonna do? You know? What are you gonna do? So I find that like people kind of get a little crazy about like how you're supposed to treat each other and what you're supposed to do with each other. And I find that like, you know, I tend to confront too. I am that kind of person where like if you don't change people's behavior, you know what I mean, then things never change. But I do miss a time in the country when like you didn't have to worry about every little thing. Like I grew up swimming at the Boys Club in Providence, Rhode Island. They had a thing, and the parents knew about it. It was in the program. We had a thing called 7 to 8, 9 age group, all boys naked swim. Am I the only one? Come on, the creepy guy with the laugh. You gotta be. That's a yes. You freak. I know you. It's true because it was true, and it was like it was on just boys, and it was 7, and you were naked, and they said they didn't want the lint from the bathing suit to clog the filter of the pool. That's just a lazy pedophile excuse right there. Think about the world we live in. There was a time in this country which you could do things that you can't do now. Like every Halloween, my parents would dress me as what they called a hobo. That's what they called it. Yeah. It was like just get his daddy some old clothes, they throw them on you, they send you out. Yeah. Because we didn't have money for a costume. Can't do that now. Yeah. Because a hobo is a homeless person. It would be considered insensitive. And it was kind of weird if you think about it. Think about it. Our parents dressed us as homeless people and sent us out onto the streets at night. to collect free food in front of real homeless people. And it sucked. I never got candy. Every house, baked beans and a harmonica. That was it. And I confront, like, I think you got to say something, otherwise things don't change. And my wife's like, you got to let it go. I'm like, no, you got to say something sometimes, otherwise things don't change. By the way, are you together? You just here alone? Wow. You're friends. All right, nice to meet you. No, I didn't mean you were whatever. But, yeah. You look very hip. You got like leather pants and boots and stuff. Are you like a performer or something? We're gonna be a while, everybody. Is that just what you do for a living? You ride a motorcycle? Oh, you get around on a motorcycle. That's awesome. What kind of motorcycle? I can't remember that. You say it.
Triumph Tiger 900 GT Extra Low, 2023.
Wow, that's awesome. Does it go 5.6 miles an hour though? That's pretty, how is it getting around in DC? You drive around in DC? Yeah. Is it a hassle driving it? I mean, do you weave in and out of traffic? I find that annoying when motorcycles. Yeah. Well, but then if I do something and I'm driving my car that's not totally kosher, you yell at us. I'm just hitting on you. How long have you been riding a motorcycle? A long time? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. And how do you guys know each other? Friends? Any chance you're related to the lawyer who won't give an honest answer? Because, yeah, you could call us friends. And what's your name? I'm sorry, did I ask you your name? I'm sorry. Sophia. That's a beautiful name. What's your name? Tanya. Nice to meet you. And you're married. I see you got a ring on. Yeah. How'd you meet Sophia? A German-speaking group. All right. I would not have guessed that in a million years. It's not playing strip poker at 75, but are you of German descent? Oh yeah, you look, yeah, because you're very white. And, well no, stand up, let people see. You kind of look, yeah, just so they can see. I'm not making whatever, you turn around. She looks German. There you go. Nice to meet you. Yeah. And you grew up in Germany. Where in Germany? What is it? The Black Forest. Yes. In the forest, or what town? What city? What town? Freiburg. Yeah. Shut up. I know. There's a Subway sandwich shop on Main Street. And how old were you moved to America? Oh, you just moved. Oh, so what's going on? How do you like being in America?
I like it. Kids are fun, you know. It's a nice city here, lots to do. And
Did you come for your job, your husband's job, or what?
for my husband's job, yes.
What does he?
He's a lawyer.
I never thought I'd say this. I'd rather talk to the four of you. What kind of law does he practice?
He's working for the government here.
I hate you and I hate him. Are you also a lawyer?
No.
I am.
Oh, you are? What kind of law? What kind of law do you practice?
Well, I mean, I'm technically a lawyer. It's not what I want to be when I grow up. I'm currently unemployed. So, yeah.
I know a chick that's living at home with no kids with a 13-year marriage. Did you practice law at one time?
Yeah, I was working on the sexual assault case against the Boy Scouts, actually, which is what I was thinking about when you were making that pool joke up there.
All right, thanks for bringing up sexual assault during the comedy show. Anybody have any cancer they want to talk about? I was in the Boy Scouts, but I could see how that could have happened, but it didn't happen to me. But am I okay? Do I look okay? Look at me. I'm interrogating a German woman, and she won't tell me what her husband does. So what are you looking to do? You seem like you'd want to do something artistic. There's something artistic about you.
Writer. Yeah, right. Stand-up comedy one day.
I think you could do. You have confidence. Yeah. You seeing anybody?
Well, it depends. Are you? I said it depends. Are you?
Hang on a second. Yeah, I got nothing. What was I talking about? I can't stay in a straight line. There's like, I just can't, I don't know. I could teach you how to do stand-up. At an apartment. You what? I think you did. The hair on my lower back is standing straight up. Yeah, I tend to confront is the bottom line, and I'm trying to get better about it. Oh, I got to tell you a quick story before we go. And by the way, I'm going to be outside, so come see me. There's a little table there, and I want to come over and say hi to you and give you some info and maybe come see my show. That I'm going to be doing one in Annapolis, Maryland, at the Maryland House. I know it's not close to here, but it's not too far. But I have a podcast, and it's called Inside Out with Paul McCartney. And I have a bunch of guests, and I like to talk to, different people from different walks of life. Authors, actors, so like Stephen Colbert, Kevin Costner, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I had Paul McCartney on my show. And I want to tell you how I got Paul McCartney, because it was the freakiest thing like I had ever happened to me. So he was appearing on the Late Show, and I was going at the show, and he had just finished rehearsal, and then I was rounding the corner to go into the studio, and standing in the hallway, all alone, is Paul McCartney, like just completely alone, which freaked me out more than anything. He didn't have any handlers and everything. He was just completely all alone, right? And I rounded the corner, and the minute I see him, my whole world slows down. I'm like, oh my God, it's Paul McCartney. And I'm like, should I say hi? Should I not say hi? And I'm like, screw it. He's alone in a hallway with no security. He's like a gazelle on the Serengeti Plains. I'm gonna pounce. So I go up to him and go, hey, it's great to meet you. I'm a huge fan. And I walk away. And he goes, wait, come back, come back. And I'm like, what? What do you want? I got stuff to... There's a chick who rides a motorcycle who needs to be taught stand-up. I have stuff to do. He goes, what's your name? I go, Paul. He goes, oh, Paul, that's a good name. I'm like, I'll do the jokes, buddy, all right? And he goes, what do you do? I go, well, I'm a stand-up, and I work on the show, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, I love stand-up. We start talking about stand-up. He goes, you got a kid? Yeah, I got a kid. And we start talking about being on the road, having a kid, and that's it. And one thing leads to another. I'm talking to Paul McCartney like I'm talking to you. And on the outside, I'm very smooth. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, I'm talking to Paul McCartney. On the inside, I'm like, I'm talking to Paul McCartney! Out of my mind, right? And as I'm talking to him, I'm getting closer and closer to his face. Because he's iconic, and it's Paul McCartney, and I'm checking him out, right? Like, really checking him out. Like this, like I was this close, to the point where he was pinned against the wall and he couldn't get away from me. I was so close. You know the chimps on the Discovery Channel when they clean ticks off their mates? I literally could have cleaned fleas off his eyebrows, right? So then I realized, okay, let me leave the guy alone, and I leave. And I go into the bathroom. I call my wife. I'm like, you're not going to believe it. And then I met Paul McCartney. And then I blurt these words out. Paul McCartney should do my podcast. So I go and I knock on the dressing room door. And I go, I know this is crazy, but I would love if you could do my podcast. I'd like to talk to you how you make music, because I like to talk about process, which is true. That's really what my podcast is about. And he goes like this. Yeah, sure. Just like that. Now, you know when you were younger and there was that really hot guy or really hot girl, or maybe in your case, 2 or 3, and you wanted to ask them out, but she or he was like really just, you felt like way above your pay grade, like there's no way they're going to say yes, but I'll ask them out anyway. They say no, but they'll say no, but at least I'll know in my deathbed I asked, right? Instead they say yes, and you don't have a plan. And he goes, yeah, sure, how would we do it? And I'm not making this up. I literally just freaked out and went, and I started rubbing my thigh and racking, like just rocking like Rain Man, like, and I blurted out, I'll come to London. And he goes, we're in a room in New York together. Why would you come to London? And then he goes, is it easy to do? I go, yeah, it's really easy. I don't want to be a bother. You could do it on your phone, naked from your toilet. I'm like, what am I saying? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Look, I don't want to bother you. I'll talk to your assistant. We'll set it up. Here's the mind blow right here. He goes, no, you and I will do it. I go, what do you mean? He goes, they're going to make it too complicated. We'll exchange phone numbers. But when I call you, you got to be ready to do it. And I'm like, you're not a Boy Scout leader, are you? So he does the show. Amazing. I was working at the Daily Show at the time as well, so I was rushing to get to the Daily Show. My phone rings. I don't recognize the number. I let it ring to voicemail. And this is the message.
Hi, Paul. It's Paul McCartney here. I'm going to ring you back in 5 minutes to do the podcast thing. I've got some time now. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of time. So if you're there in 5 minutes' time, you got me. Okay, bye.
All four of you are going to sleep with me tonight. Good night, everybody. I'm Paul Mecurio. Thank you very much. How about a hand? Everybody that made part of the show, thank you for coming out. It means a lot. Come say hi to me at the table on the way out. You guys have been awesome and have a great weekend. Thank you.